it's like leaning forward. You know those stupid chairs at restaurants sometimes, and it's just like killing your back. So you're like pitched forward.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, what the hell's going on? It's like that.
It's like it's an
Yeah, I think like
ergonomic chair. It's fucking annoying.
ergonomic. You mean like spinal destruction? Fuck, I hate
You're
chairs like that.
you're giving me scoliosis.
Yeah, any chair I can sink in and feel comfortable, like that's better. Those like proper chairs, like pushing forward, actually hurts your lower back, man. Hate that.
Yeah, because you're pushing against it.
Yeah, it's weird. Some like
Man, my lower back
spine.
was really tight this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Like you, I don't have any. I didn't have any lower back issues until I went to the Thursday wrestling class, bro. That Thursday wrestling class that we have is so shit. The first of all, the warm up in the beginning is like not as bad. It's better, for I would say, for 100% better than what Marcus is, but it still sucks because there's a lot of jumping jacks and a lot of like. It takes me a while to warm up. Like I have to warm for the warm up, which sucks. Just like I don't
When
really
you
warm
get
up for the
old, you
warm
gotta
up.
warm up for the warm up.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm like people always keep saying that. Oh, you're so athletic. I can't believe you're so old. So like so old. And I'm like thanks. And
Thanks, I
then
think.
and then yeah, I can't believe you're almost 40. I'm like yeah, and but they don't realize that like let's say I suffer in the morning and prior to being athletic.
Yeah.
I need to warm up, man. Like so you know, it's like I'm so fucking stiff. Like you stretch now just
I
so I can be more mobile, but that's different. Like your joints are like, yeah, you
I
kind of
show
have to
up
warm
I
up.
show up 10 minutes before class, at least 10, 15 minutes before, just so I can get on the mat and like stretch out my back and stretch my arm and loosen up my neck. And yeah, I was rolling with a dude, and I was like, I was having asthma too because like all my
That's
allergies
right.
are off the fucking charts. So like
Yeah.
people could hear me sucking air, right? And I was rolling one. And I'm like, and we got out of position, and we kind of stalled for a second on. And he's like, he's looking at me. I'm like, it's okay. I'm just old. And he's like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 39. He's like, I'm in my 30s. I'm like, it's not the fucking same. You're like 31. That's I would pay billions of dollars to be 31,
31,
31 again. You're barely out of your 20s.
it's not the same at all.
Yeah. You're not. You might wake up tomorrow and be like, "Oh, that was a little okay." I wake up in the morning like, and one, and two, and we're out of bed, and we're
Well,
back in bed.
yeah, like some days like you wake up, you're like, yeah, I should wake up, and then you move, and you're like, wow, that sucks. That
Yeah.
didn't feel great. I'm gonna lie down here for a minute.
The 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 worst for me that's happened so far is because I did like 2 days of weights, and then I rolled 2 days in a row, and then on the last day
Oh.
I came home. It was evening class, and I sat down on the couch after I showered and all that. Sat down on the couch, stay clean, and my wife was like, "I want a snack." I'm like, "All right, I'll get us something." Right, and I went to stand up, and everything down my spinal erectors, all through my ass, was just like, "No, no,
You get your own snack.
yeah, you're not moving." You're not getting up, and it was like the worst old man. It was
It's like
terrible.
different.
Yeah.
Suffering is different, but
Right now, my arms are a little like in here.
yeah.
Just yeah, they're just a little tender. It's weird. You just don't
Yeah,
recoup, huh?
tendonitis or just
No,
sore.
it's just I think from
Oh.
holding on so much, and it's just the tendons in here. I guess are just a little tender.
Yeah,
Yeah, where the bicep attaches, right down here. Like it's just a
yeah.
little like
I'm gonna get that.
just just a little tender.
Yeah.
Especially when
So I
you're
don't
doing
know
a lot of
what
front headlock shit.
us my favorite.
Because it's a lot of arms. It's a lot, yeah, hit down, but you're using a lot of arms. So I rolled with a
Yeah.
dude 4 times in a row on Thursday.
4 times in a row.
Yeah, yeah. he was the only other big guy there. So, and it was a gi class, so I was like, whatever. I'm just here to have fun. It's cool. Like the gi class is kind of like I'm gonna relax this one. Like I'm just gonna chill,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, but he was like 260,
Oh.
265, big boy,
Oh.
but my height had some extra.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was fun because he was pretty chill. He was like a four stripe blue virgin, right? But yeah, after
Did you
that,
say virgin?
verging,
Oh, four
verging.
strike.
I meant to say
Four
verging on
strike.
purple. It didn't come out that way.
He's a virgin. I'm like, what
Oh,
does that got to do with jiu-jitsu?
maybe he's really focused.
Oh, yeah, semen retention is peak level. Like he's just
Yeah,
like, oh,
he's on his own TRT. It's called no fap.
yeah, yeah. No fat for life, man.
There's no proof of that, by the way. That not
I
jacking
don't.
off increases your test. I don't know who
You know,
put that
Mike
out there.
Tyson
It's
was saying that he's like fucking the day before. If Mike Tyson can go around doing that, I'm like, yeah, I like that better. No, that's
the only time I ever heard a coach, it was an Olympian coach. He's like, why somebody asked him like why do you say no sex before the day before? He's like, is it because of hormones or whatever? He goes, no, it's just because those assholes don't sleep.
yeah, it's just to
That's
sleep. It's just
why.
fucking go the fuck to sleep.
Just go to sleep. Stop fucking.
It's true.
I just don't
It's
want you to
true.
be tired the next day.
Yeah, that's it. I just want you to be focused. That yeah,
Yeah. So that's
yeah, sure.
hockey
But
players
yeah,
were the
you're still.
worst for that.
Say again.
Hockey players were the worst for that. Like
Are
I
they?
knew a couple people, my wife included, who worked at hotels downtown for a while, and out of town teams would come and stay. Right, obviously, we're in Vancouver, so it's Canucks. So not the Canucks because they live here, but like out of town teams would come and just day before the game, all hours of the night, ladies would come
Yeah.
and go and come and go, and yeah, they I don't know. Just nobody would stop them, whether they were married or not. Just all hours. It'd be 4 in the morning. Just somebody new coming in. It's like, don't you have to play tomorrow?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like games at 6. It's fine. Yeah,
I'll just sleep all day or something.
yeah. I guess no warm up
Uh,
practice. Just go straight to the game.
I mean, if they're younger, like, yeah, fuck. Like maybe it's some of the older players. They're just like, yeah, I'm too old for this shit. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's fair.
hockey's a fucking brutal sport, man.
It is. It's really
Yeah.
hard on everything. If you ever skate for just like an hour, like not even playing, but just
Yeah.
skate, like your lower back's tight, your knees are sore, your ankles are sore.
Well, that's why you see so many of them. They have the hobble, the
Oh yeah,
waddle.
the
The
waddle.
hips are fucked. The hips are so fucked. Yeah, they're like they wobble like this. They get the knees and hips. They're just done.
Yeah, you don't see that amongst soccer players.
They get like soccer was more. uh, They took a better approach in the 2000s on a lot of teams when it came to health. And then the thing about soccer was that like I think they 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 treat the players differently because even back in the day, like say you and me were the star players, play 5 games in a row.
Oh yeah.
Magic, yeah, we'll take you guys out for like 4 days, so you guys don't even need to train. We're just you can just relax, and then we'll put the younger players in because as long as they get a certain amount of games, they're like super yeah,
Valuable. Just put them in
yeah,
the important ones, right? If there's a
yeah,
throwaway game, let them rest.
yeah. Like we'll save you for like the rival games. So then the players are like, yeah, fuck, that's fine.
Well, it also
And
gives the
younger players a
lower
chance.
tier players. I shouldn't say lower tier. The other players on the team, like the ones that might
Like junior
be,
players, yeah,
yeah, the might be benched a little bit more time to practice
exactly.
and develop in a real game scenario because the star player isn't hogging all the space. So
So
it
like,
makes
see,
sense.
like we're playing like the fucking shit team, like the worst three teams for the next like 3 weeks. put in like the shittier players, like 12 the better players and we'll let them play
Yeah, yeah.
and that kind of thing. Or they'll pull them out, or they put in like us, like we're the star players. We'll put it out like the last 30 minutes kind of thing to get a workout, or especially if we're up or if we're really down, we have to get points. Or just put the star players in for like 20 minutes and that kind of thing. They manage it where hockey is like, you'll grind
There,
this motherfucker.
there's three lines and a backup, and those lines are gonna get
Worked, bro.
worked. Yeah,
And then after the game, you're pedaling on the bike, so
that I
so you
never
don't get sore.
understood.
It's
Like,
they're trying to reduce the DOMs, so it's really light bike pedaling. But it's like
but even
this.
still, like, there's better ways to do that.
I think because it's just the easiest way to do that. Because if
Mm.
you tell the players to go and like hey, that we have to do some like their schedules are so tight too, right? So you got these back-to-back games. It's like, okay, if we don't get them on the bike now, next day we'll go jump on the plane or the
Yeah.
game next day in the same city. And it's like, yeah, they don't want to do shit. They don't go do shit. They're gonna be
That's
sore
fair. I
next
guess
day.
after that longer game, when you work that hard, you don't really want to do some mobility work and sit in a sauna and then
No, so they just get them in the thing. That's
just
when
get
the
them on a
locker room,
bike,
that's
get the
sweating
lactic acid
balls.
out, get
Yeah, just
moving.
push it on.
That's
40
so
minutes on the
hard on your
bike.
body, though.
Yeah, your hips take a beating, right?
Oh,
Because it's all that pedaling, all it's just hip, 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 and knee, whatever. So I think, and also it's a good way to contain the players too, right? Because it's like, okay, they if we got back to back games, like they're not gonna go to strip club. They're so fucking tired. Like the ones who are gonna go, they're gonna go regardless. But like we're just
yeah.
gonna,
The
you
22-year-old
know,
phenom who just, scored a $20 million contract. Well, good luck
well, he's
stopping
going
him.
out, stopping. But like the guy who's
That's
on the
what
edge,
cocaine is
contemplating, like
for.
cocaine, whatever. But yeah, bro, like that's basically that's it. They took a different approach. Now I think they're doing that with hockey, but still like the approach is is kinder in soccer. But they have lower back problems for all the pavement, like the pounding and the knees and stuff like that.
Uh,
Knee replacement surgery. But compared to fucking hockey, hockey is so brutal, man. Like, it's
so
a
hockey and
total
football, hockey and American
football is just
football.
CTE, man. Like just because like the
Well,
head slamming.
well, yeah, it's still brutal on the body too.
Yeah, you got like 350-pound freight trains coming at you.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a fucking other thing on its own.
yeah.
Like,
That's no good. Like I've I've wrestled a guy who was 300 pounds. I couldn't imagine him taking a full run in full gear, not giving a fuck, and just
yeah, bro. Sparing you,
yeah,
dude.
just spearing me. Like that's not cool.
Dude, yeah, it's like fucking terrible. People don't realize the power of that. Like people who don't never felt that type of power. Like I was always under the impression that I'll be able to handle myself against like a heavyweight until I rolled with a true
Yeah.
athletic heavyweight. Like when
The,
I got back to you, I'm like, holy fuck,
yeah.
this is
There's
like
there's
impressive.
big guys. Like I rolled with a guy on the guy I rolled with. He was a big guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's heavyweights, and I'm like, me,
Like,
I'm bigger. I'm somewhere between a big guy and a heavyweight.
yeah, yeah,
Like I'm not quite a true heavyweight, but I'm also not a just a big guy, right? The
yeah.
true heavyweights are scary. They're
Dude,
scary.
yeah.
They got big heads and long, big arms, and
Dude,
they
they're like
move
6'4".
quickly.
They move fast. Like the thing is like true heavyweights are people say, oh, they move slow. Yeah. But it, it's still scary to see a guy move slightly slower than you, but weigh you
Way
70 to 100 pounds.
faster than you expect them to move. That's what's
Yeah, dude,
scary.
it's
Is
like
like you get this weird animalistic fear, like that thing should not be moving that fast.
dude, it's not. And when their hands like the guy I rode with, like the big dude, right?
Yeah,
Dude, man, like I rolled with him on Friday, and then we synced our hands up together when we were flinching up, which is the worst thing I can fucking do.
yeah,
Because yeah, I sync up with him, so we have a collar tie. Dude, his hand, okay, like I don't have huge hands, like my like
Your
long
hands and
fingers,
my
and
hands are about the same size. I
yeah,
think
like I just got like long, like
mine
ish
might be a
fingers
little
or whatever.
meatier than yours, but like they're about the
Yeah,
same size.
my hands are thin though, right? They're like
Yeah,
really fucking thin. So when like, I can palm a basketball because I can like spread my like thumb to
I
my
can't. I
index
can't. I
finger.
can't quite.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah,
just. Sometimes I can, but if it's wet, I
yeah,
can't. If I put some chalk on, I can.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. For chocolate, just like, pick it
Yeah.
up. But like the thing is, like when I synced up with him, dude, like my hand is like gone, bro. Like he engulfs my hand, and it's so brittle. He makes my hand feel so brittle, and he can just engulfs it. Like I literally looked at it, and I only just saw a bit of my fucking wrist. I'm like, oh my god, like. And then at one point he bent it forward. He bent my wrist back, and like, oh, I couldn't
You're
get it
just
out,
getting
man.
wrist locked. You're like, stop it.
Dude, yeah, and then I think he noticed too. He's like this, and he let go. I'm
You
like,
let
oh
go a little
god,
bit. Just place
dude. I
it
was
like
like, I was
that.
in my head like, please don't.
I was actually
Dude,
nice to
he's
roll
so
with
big.
the big guy, because like I said in gi, I was just I gotta take it easier in gi than I do in no gi. I don't
Yeah,
push quite as hard. But like
I mean,
it was
that's
nice
a
rolling with him
cliche.
because he was my height. And all the other
Yeah,
dudes who are in my weight class, I told this to my coach the day after. It's like it was nice rolling with this guy because he's my height. His legs are the same, legs and arms are about the same length, right? But
yeah,
he's heavy, so like, but because all the other heavyweights, even in my school, are all like 6'3". So it's always
yeah.
like, oh yeah, Sam, go with him. I'm like, fucking the legs and arms are so long,
Dude, I no, we have the same because you
so
and me are the same height.
exhausting.
Yeah, you and me are the same height.
Yeah.
So like, it really fucking sucks. And I have a hard time against like tall dudes, and if they're tall and
Yeah.
humongous, like this is so shit.
it's
So
it's
shit.
it's
It's a
nice when
leverage,
I
huh?
can it's nice when I can like get like a rear side 50-50 for legs. It's nice because then you got a lot of leg to work with. But when you're face to face or trying to pass their guard, and you're like this leg is just like you do the leg pull,
Mhm.
right? You do a leg pull and you're coming in and you're like, I'm coming in on his thigh. What the fuck? Like
Dude.
where
Yeah, and
is
it's
your stomach? Damn it!
oh,
Like it's
dude. Like
terrible.
I've had to because I have like the loose passing. I've had to develop loose passing,
Yeah.
even though like at first I was like so against it. I'm like fuck it. But then that one role I told you about that had like success, and that was against the regular guys, like that really regular sized dudes. I realized, well, this is kind of fun. So I've been using for taller guys. I've just used loose passing, and then even if I have to crash back into like passing, it's loose for them. It's not tight half guard. It's not tight
Yeah.
like butterfly, and then yeah, you can get out from there. But yeah, against like truly big heavyweights, if I can't go all the way to north south, I ain't passing there. Guard or
I
half
was just
guard. That
thinking
ain't
that
happening, man.
that's it. Like I'll fake a knee cut to come back because they'll tighten up to move their legs so I can go around to north south or even all the way like a like a 270 to their back to get around
Yeah.
it because otherwise like getting chest to chest is fucking impossible.
Being chest to chest with a guy who outweighs you by nearly 100 pounds and a muscle is
Yeah.
not a good idea. It is not a
No.
good idea.
No.
Just like they literally just move you like a child, like just toss you
Well,
over.
you remember
Like,
that
oh my
one
god.
dude, and I won't say his name, back in our old school, and that I was maybe 215 back then, 220, and this big dude, Cuban, I think, and yeah,
Oh,
you know who I'm
yeah,
talking about. Literally one
yeah.
time I got full mount on him, and he just grabbed me and bench pressed me off like I was a kid.
He has like, we used to go to the same gym together, and I saw him casually bench like fucking 440 or something.
That's stupid.
Dude, yeah, like casually.
That's
I was
ridiculous.
like,
That's too much.
yeah, like yeah, man, just retardedly strong. And he was like 200 and like 15 pounds or something
That's
only.
that's dumb when somebody can bench basically what like he's repping bench what I'm doing for squats. Like that's not right.
Dude, he's so strong, so fucking strong. Like it was disgusting. Yeah, it was
The
like
only
scary.
thing I do say about that, and this because this pertains particularly to me, and on top of that, I was having the asthma thing. So like one guy said was like, "Hey man, you need to do more cardio." I just rolled 4 times. He said it in a
Asthma, you fucker.
he said it in a much nicer way. He's a little guy too. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, I just kind of brushed it off, but I was like, dude, I have asthma and seasonal allergies. He actually asked me, he's like, do you have asthma? I'm like, yeah, I do have asthma, mild asthma. I don't need a respirator. Or maybe during this seasonal allergies, I should take a hit before class or something. But anyways, point being, I was like, more cardio ain't gonna make me suck wind less.
But
Plus, when you're 4 rolls deep and you're a big guy, like there's just a lot of resources that your body requires to keep moving.
yeah,
Air, not
dude.
just one of them, like water, air, calories, right? And and the thing is, like, yeah, being able to bench press 440 would be fun, but on roll 5 or 6, you're just gonna be so fucking tired.
It's all depleted. All the
Yeah,
glycogen
all
is
your
gone.
yeah, exactly. Like all your
Yeah.
glycogen stores. That's why you see big guys. Like obviously we can't do it when we're rolling in class, and I'm sure you've seen this because we roll back to back, right? So like the 6 minutes up, you change partners, you go again.
Yeah.
But like when I was doing strongman, you would do your stupid heavy lifts all the. Then every once in a while, I'd just be sitting there eating a peach because I'm like, I need sugar. I need sugar to
Yeah.
keep going. Right? It's so
Mhm.
taxing, and if I could,
Dude.
if I could just like have like 6 strawberries or something in between,
Yeah.
like
If you can
rolls
like do all
three
your
and
rows,
four, I'd be like, all right, we're okay. I'd still be
sometimes I
sucking
think
wind, but
if we can do all your rows at full strength and full recovery, how different would they look? Like I think people would be like,
they'd be scared.
yeah, I think it would be a lot different. But I will say this though, like the sweatier I get, the better my jiu-jitsu gets. I think I mentioned that.
There's
Like this,
there's a
I love it.
there's a period between the first roll and like the fifth roll where it's like somewhere near the end, halfway through the second, or the beginning of mid of the third, where you're just
Yeah,
sweaty enough and you have just enough, like all the energy and everything. The joints are all warmed up, where you're like, I am a god. of
dude,
course,
it's like
of course, on when.
best.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, it's the best. For 2 rows, you're just like a phenom.
Yeah,
I
you're
am
slippery, you're
unstoppable.
sweaty. They can't catch you in anything. You're
Yeah,
moving,
dude.
and you got all fours. You're like, woohoo! No,
Yeah,
on Wednesday I rolled with my coach, and that was the third roll, and
yeah,
it was like, oh, I'm in my peak mode, and I'm
yeah,
just getting fucking annihilated. Oh god,
yeah, yeah.
this sucks. No, it
Yeah.
did teach me that my back takes are fine against white belts and blue belts, but against anybody else, they really suck.
Yeah,
So
same here for me, man.
yeah, because he started in turtle, and I went to take his back, and the next thing I knew, within about 15 seconds, he had gotten out, flipped around, taken my back, and I was just defending. I was basically just defending my back for the next 5 minutes. I got out twice. I stood up once, and it was like nothing. I tried one
Yeah.
takedown on him after I stood up, and then I was just back in the same spot. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I almost never try to take it back unless it's a white belt. And even for blue belts, I'm like, I'm not gonna really take the back. But I usually just palm their head and then I reef it down like to the mat. So if I'm attacking their right side, so like my strong arm, my right hand would be palming the head, grab the far side leg, take my head and put it into the rib and drive. Get on my toes, and I drive, 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 drive. And then I put them onto the side and I walk towards their head. They always want to get their they want to get their now they're on their left side. They're going to try to get their leg in, right? But
Yeah.
more already going towards their head. And I actually want them to grab a hand, like to grab a leg. Because once they grab a leg, they don't usually do, but if they do grab a leg, I'm shooting a dart straight away.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or if the dart misses and then they get their knee in, I just put my left hand, the hand of my forehand, into their waist as a post, and I press down against their head, and I do the side mount smash. I put my chest on their delt, and I
Oh yeah.
spin across
Push them.
the side, and then hug them, and I just go back and forth, and just play big man jiu-jitsu like a motherfucker,
One
cheap
one thing
until
I
they get.
have been doing better is using my head better. Because I
Oh,
got
bro, yeah.
caught in a couple guillotines during takedowns. Only one.
Mm,
Like sometimes they finished, sometimes they didn't. But like I was like, right, I got to work on my head position, which has also been helpful in both passing the guard as well as taking the back and defending the back. Because I'm like 99% sure that if my instructor wanted to submit me, I would have been submitted. Okay, let's just say that there. But I was doing better when defending the back because it was like getting my head in the right spot, making it difficult. Right. So like my entire goal during that role was like I know he can submit me if he wants to. If he really wants to, he can. Okay?
Yeah.
But I want to make it difficult.
Yeah, you
That
want
was my
to,
goal. I want to make it difficult for him. Not maybe escape, work on the escapes, work on the techniques because he knows they're coming. It's fine. Right? But like at
yeah.
least don't make it easy, right? That
Yeah,
was
you want to, you know you're going to get fucked up, but like the whole point is that it's like, oh, like he has to try harder. It's like,
yeah.
okay, that's
Yeah,
that's
he
how you
doesn't have to
engage
go
them.
100%, but you know he's got to put in a little more effort, just a little
Yeah,
more than normal. Okay, that's a
yeah,
win. That's a win.
yeah. He
Yeah,
has to try. That's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because-
And
For
at one
sure.
point he did get his arm around my throat, and it was pretty tight. I was like, oh, no,
Yeah, man.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like coach, he has a he's injured right now. He's still rolling. He's just only rolling white belts. He has an MCL tear in his
Ooh,
knee. So he's all like it's all like wrapped up and he's got a knee sleeve or a brace or whatever. So he's still teaching. So he has to be really careful. And so I've been rolling with like a lot of purple belts. And yeah, man, it's like it's been fun and terrible all at the same time.